It's Godzilla's phone. I'm the sharpest in the universe. Why is Mothra calling?
The Godzilla Kai-Sei Era continues. Godzilla Escape the Deadzone is a companion series to IDW's all-new Godzilla universe. If you haven't yet, I highly recommend checking out my breakdown video of the first Kai-Sei Godzilla comic. Be warned, however, these comics are for mature readers only. Viewer discretion advised. Our journey into madness begins in the Pacific Northwest. That's right, this comic takes place in my neck of the woods. Lucky me, right? In an office building, a supremely handsome, chiseled, red-haired man is admiring a picture of a beautiful girl. This is like the super most relatable comic I've ever read. But then the narration reads, in the years to come, those who survived and kept their minds would come to realize the sheer opulence of the lives they once took for granted. Why does this all of a sudden sound so foreboding and ominous? Suddenly, everything shakes violently. The handsome ginger looks out of the 30-story window, and there, staring back at him, is the Eye of Godzilla. This isn't the most relatable comic I've ever read. What this is the happiest day of my life. This is what I've always wanted. What could possibly go wrong? Oh, no. In a blinding flash of green light, Seattle, along with most of the Pacific Northwest, was nearly wiped off the face of the earth. What used to be Seattle became known as the Dead Zone. While the US government classified it as being uninhabitable, it is very much habitable if you know where to look. At the Cantina Bar, two men chat like men do. Talking about Godzilla, of course. What else is there worth talking about? I mean that unironically. The long-haired gentleman with the robotic hand is yapping away about having seen the mysterious Wanderer, a half-human, half-kaiju who faced Godzilla himself and lived to tell the tale. The bartender, who looks like a supporting character from a Miyazaki movie, seems to be a bit skeptical. This isn't the first time he's heard stories of this monster man. There could be some credence to these rumors, given how there's been rampant mutations since G-Day. But when the two men bring up the Wanderer apparently having a tail, they laugh and start talking about Barney. Shame on you! The first rule of Dinosaur Club is we don't talk about Barney. I kid. I love Barney. All this time, there's been a mysterious third man at the table. When asked if there's anything true about this monster man whipping folks with his tail, he explains they're all lies. After all, the tail is mostly for balance. Behold, the Wanderer, a human kaiju hybrid. The rumors about him vary from being true to being rooted in truth. Some call him the mutant messiah, a savior come to redeem those suffering in the wasteland. That doesn't appear to be the case, as the Wanderer returns to his car only to find out his ride has been looted. Fortunately, they didn't take a photo of a beautiful girl. Hey, it's that photo we saw earlier. Huh. Did the Wanderer steal it from that handsome ginger man we saw earlier? Right as the Wanderer enters a restricted area, a giant fearsome monster attacks. The Wanderer doesn't seem to be too concerned, however. In fact, he seems a little bit excited. We learn that if you happen to be a denizen in the Dead Zone and you're plagued by kaiju, the Wanderer can be counted on to kill it, if the price is right, of course. Which reminds me, shameless advertising. Hey, I just wanted to take a moment and give a little shout out to one of our members. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. It means so much to me. If you're interested in seeing your name up here and can spare a few dollars, become a Kaijutopia member today. The Wanderer grows super sharp claws as the Lovecraftian kaiju pounces on him. Sometime later, the Wanderer returns to the bar. And by returns to the bar, I mean he comes back with a kaiju in tow. That's right, he didn't kill it. No, he's riding it like a horse. I love this shot. I also like how we can see the rubble of the famous Pike Place Market in the background. As the Wanderer sets off across the dead zone on horseback, kaiju back, we see that there are settlements thriving with survivors. At the same time, however, there are smoldering wastelands of rubble with dangers lurking around every corner. The Wanderer trades the kaiju for money, which is a bummer because I feel like the kaiju was just looking for a friend. But even in the apocalypse, he's still gotta pay bills, I guess. As the Wanderer wanders, he's told to run for his life because a kaiju is hot on their tail. But our hero isn't worried and trots off. There's a funny moment where the people driving away shout, "Moment of silence, brothers. That man is golden line right there. Love it. What's not golden is the arm of a kaiju nearly squishing you to death. The Wanderer is sent hurtling through the air in the wake of a good old-fashioned kaiju fight. I love the fact that we're getting original kaiju. Check out these designs. They're amazing. But as the fighting comes to a screeching end, the Wanderer moves in. He sits on top of the belly of the defeated kaiju, wondering, one down, meaning he absolutely plans on murking the victorious kaiju. How exactly? We don't know. Suddenly, the belly pops open, and yeah, you're never gonna look at a bowl of spaghetti ever again, let me tell you. The Wanderer is shocked by what he sees inside the kaiju. So shocked, in fact, he removes his cap and, hey! It's the handsome ginger man! He's the Wanderer! And he's no longer a redhead? No! Curse you, Godzilla! Why have you forsaken my ginger brother? But the Wanderer is half man, half Godzilla, which is the next best thing after being a redhead, I guess. He also has red eyes, so he at least has that going for him. He jumps into the kaiju entrails where he finds a child? At first, he thinks what we're all thinking. Mothra be thy name, did that kaiju eat this little person? But when the child starts coming to, their eyes open and they match the red ones of our hero. The Wanderer quickly puts two and two together. The child was controlling the kaiju. We end on a cliffhanger with the next issue giving us something we've never seen before, but it's something we'd all join in a heartbeat, right? Of course I'm talking about the Church of Godzilla. Yeah, these new Godzilla Kai-Sei comics are top notch. My fellow Gojirans, what do you think? Sound off in the comments down below, and remember, the next time you see two kaiju fighting to the death, don't try and stop them. Instead, you should say, let them fight.